These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The gangs looked mean and ugly. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old, deflated tires. A sturdy chain tethered the roundabout to the ground.
Yes, okay, let's go. Push me.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. Excuse me? Hello?
You.
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert.
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date.
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
I'm looking for a boy named Milo who might have come through here recently.
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city.
That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my date, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now, excuse me.
What's a deet?
My DEET, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. DEET.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
I told you already, I was dating his ID. Only now, Big Steve has my date and ipso facto, the ID.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my date.
So are you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No. I cloned his ID data onto the date for later.
What happens later?
Well,
For a price.
yeah.
Tell me about this deet.
Simple. I collect IDs and I use the deed to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal. More gangs. I knew not to provoke them. A sand pit. In the desert. The irony sure wasn't lost on me. The gangs look mean and ugly. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar. I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
What are you doing here?
Well, whilst Bruce's power cell
So you're trying to get in the city?
Abso-bloomin'-lutely. Trying being the operative word.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. Trying to keep the mini-case cool in this... I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita... Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught. And they still haven't fixed that blooming...
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice. Someone competent, I mean.
Have you...
Didn't I say someone competent? That muffin doesn't know a panhard rod from a Chapman strut.
So, your truck is full of... mini knockwurst?
You betcha! Mini K, best in the gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do. Step 3, pull.
Wallop, jig, pull.
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with...
The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar. It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have erected it. If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda, labeled Spankles.
You are currently at your maximum allotted Spankles allowance. Have a nice day.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Excuse me?
Well, hey there.
Well,
Great. Oh, by the way, just so you know, I'm on the clock.
Yes, of course, no problem. How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
So what's your deal, Hobbsworth?
I am a
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
See you around.
Keep a smile on your face.
Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
The hologram was already active. By the sound of things, Hobbsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something. The sign was directing me towards immigration. It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which.
How can I help?
Excuse me.
Greetings, registered Gaplander.
Say that again, would you?
A registered Gaplander.
Thanks. Wasn't so hard, was it? I need to find a vehicle.
There are no personal vehicles in Union City.
No, it's one that I followed here from across the desert. It's got 4 giant metal legs.
There are no such vehicles.
Oh, yeah?
Only Union City citizens can file missing persons reports.
Thanks for your time.
With great meat.
Apologies. You are not permitted spangles at this time.
It appeared that they didn't give free cans of soda to just anyone.
Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers. A common misconception is that the team was formed of Australian citizens. This couldn't be further from the truth. The city wall was constructed using British steel imported, along with workers, from Hull in the United Kingdom. Many of the citizens of Union City can trace their ancestry back to that small and very dedicated group of immigrants. This concludes your requested fact. Please return for an all-new Union City fact. And remember, be vigilant. This message is sponsored by the Ministry of Comfort.
One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. The gangs looked mean and ugly. There was something strange about the water, and there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence? The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar. Rabbit's Independent Traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap. Seemed Ember was some sort of tech scavenger.
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle. Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now. Hi.
Hi again.
See you around.
Bye now.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and
Well,
I don't know what to believe.
who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, what? But,
The giant monster.
oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything.
Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I'm looking for a missing kid. He came through this way a couple of nights ago. His name is Milo. He's about Pixel's age.
And my age.
Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen anything. I've been in this fortress where it's safe.
Safe from what?
The monster.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No,
You've been in here for 2 days?
still alive, aren't I?
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
This giant dog. Where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pip. Then, in the night, I woke up. Like feet padding along the road. Big feet. And I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No, but you do, don't you? You...
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. See you around.
Hey, you got anything? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates.
Authorized citizen ID required.
I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something. I gave the door a firm push. These were not my best moves.
Here we go.
I gave the door a good tug. These were not my best moves.
Right. Hit the bumper.
These were not my best moves.
Right. Hit the bumper. Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. But it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Obsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's being ground to dust.
Be seeing you.
Aye.
Authorized citizen ID required.
How's it going, Wendell?
Can't complain.
That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
So all you need to get into the city is a charged power cell?
Land snake's alive, yes. A power cell.
No, I got it. I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with...
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa! Okay, this is some Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now. Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
What's this about a sandwich?
Mr. Hopsworth, he's usually got one or two in his hut.
Should I ask Mr. Hobsworth if he wants to share?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
Bye.
Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den,